Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. I know I haven't done something in a while, but this time there will be something more interesting per se, and it's gonna be a full-on series with each race, beginning with the Empire of Man. What is the video about? Well, you probably saw in the title. What is the best route, at least in my opinion, of the Empire? Beginning with power
Summon the
friends.
Elector Counts!
How I usually start this campaign is focusing on growth and my 3 nearby threats. Your eastern border is pretty decently saved because of Nuln. It's not 100% safe, and you will have to deal with the third and last threat, which is Vlad. First of all though, what you're gonna do is take your province. It's gonna be pretty easy. You're gonna probably lose 1 or 2 troops if you just auto-resolve
Ready.
this, and it's not gonna be easy auto-resolvable because they have a second
I'll
army
ignore
over
that.
here.
In the name of
Something I like to do
Magnus.
is attack here, get to Kronberg, recruit a few units, and you should be able to use this call to arms. Use that before you recruit. You get 3 units quickly. You speed focus to get up here because you'll get this building over here. Uberstrike, or at Eilhart, I
No.
believe it's Uberstrike. Um,
I
you
am
will have
Prince
3
and
turns to you will
Emperor.
have 2 turns to recruit. So we'll go here, fight here, recruit, get over here, recruit, and then you will get over here and fight. And recruit again, then you will go here again. And because of you did the commendation thing, the electromagneticzations, you get to have 3 extra units, which is gonna be 9 more units in this fight.
I command
9
here.
units, which is gonna increase your force by double. And in due time, after you have dealt with this problem, what you should be either focus on, because now you have the top 3 threats. One threat usually come down to you 100%, 80% of the time, and you should always deal with that first. That is going to be Kazarak. He's always going to be like, oh, I took over this settlement, I'm already starting at war with you, so he's going to attack Altdorf. Or Eilhart, depending how his movement goes. Be aware from that he can go from both of them. So you have to be very aware. Your research in the beginning should always be supply wagons. People say grain silos. Growth is amazing, but in this campaign you need to be fast and be able to move to whatever problem you have. What I like to do is go supply wagons, grain silos, and then I like to go cav upgrades. Why cav upgrades? You're fighting beastmen. Early game units, they do not have the best to fight cavalry, especially if you're good at microing them, and you can get your cavalry as soon as tier 2, which is what you're going to upgrade first immediately. It also will get you Fear to Bruckner, which is going to be amazing to help you. And yeah, you're going to get Empire Knights that are very strong early game. And if you can, get this on level 2 so you can get some Pistoliers and Outriders to help out, to support with ranged. Because after this, you have taken down this, your second threat is gonna be, well, either Heinrich or Grom. Once again, very low armor units. Your shooty boys on horses or horses will easily defeat them. However, as time goes on, you definitely want to get the gunnery school. Not because of the iron sights, even though those will be needed to be recruited later. The Håkon and long rifles, I don't find them the best unit, but they are definitely good at killing cavalry if that's your issue. But it's also gonna be this. Because first threat is gonna be Kazarak and it's gonna be Festus. It's over here. Those two are easily dismantleable with any kind of cavalry units and shooting units, so you don't need to worry. Your starting
Is
army is
it
pretty
time?
good at dealing with those 2 armies anyways. Like, the only thing you're gonna need to recruit. And when it comes to the early recruiting, I do recommend spearmen with shields and archers. You could make an argument with the swordsmen, but the reason why I say spearmen with shields and archers is because more defensible units, good against the big boys, so if he goes mass chariots or something, because I've seen once that he went like 5 chariots early.
Bring me to my men.
And there's more defendable than the swordsman. Then you have the archer units just for damage. But yeah, as I said, you will get the units to deal with the proper early game. It's gonna be this line here for all your DPS and the cavalry here to do most damage. Like after the first threat has been dealt with. Because Grom the Punch is gonna have the chariots. And those chariots can be easily stopped by the cavalry. Then you're gonna have Heinrich, which is vampire. The only real threats he's gonna have is the 2 ghost units that he has in his army, which, you know, Scary and Krell. Now, how do we handle this? We kill off the, depending on what wizard you get. Hopefully it's like a death wizard, they can just cast Spirit Leech on the Hex Wraith or Fire Wizard to blow that one away to smithereens. That's good. And with that, you will win over Heinrich Cavalry very easily. Also getting some allies here with the Bretonnians, as you have probably defeated Heinrich. We hope that Luen will go down and deal with Gorom or the Fey Enchantress, which usually happens. If not, though, you will have to deal with it, and you can sell the things to your allies there. Now we have our third option. Not option, but our enemy. It's gonna be Vlad. Why is he always the third? Well, because he's always beelining towards you. He will always go take this starting 2 zones that he has. Then he's gonna go to the Moot, or Needling, Würthbad, Flansburg, and look, he will just attack Grumberg. I would always recommend Grumberg having a defensive structure. With that, you can actually have way more units to defend, because this is gonna be overrun. Elspeth is gonna do fine, it's just gonna take some time for her. And here's also like completely ruined. So at this point, your army should consist of at least 6 units of knights, maybe the Reichsguard are alive, 2-3 units of handgunners, maybe 3 units of halberdiers, because at some point you will upgrade your melee structures as well. The Karlsberg, and then the rest of them like grenade launchers. So now Vlad's army is gonna consist of Isabella, Vlad, and Blood Knights. The Blood Knights is important. They should be killed. Usually done with your handgunners and such. Use something to trap them in with, like the halberds. Then it's the second thing, Isabella and Vlad. Isabella can be killed with shooting because she's usually on her horse, so she's considered as a large entity, so you can just have her charge into your halberds, boom, that's a bitch, she's gone. Then it's gonna be the Vargheist, that is also easily disposed. It's Vlad that's the problem, and this is why we're going for grenade launchers. The grenade launchers would instantly pop any of the infantry. Your goal is to blob them up, use the grenade launchers, and instantly win with your, well, the auto-resolve thing, the victory, forgot the name, you know what I mean. So that is your win condition early on. After that, you can do whatever. You can go for whatever armies, you can go, because the conference campaign is very varying on depend who you are and what happens during the campaign. Like sometimes you have to deal with Be'lakor up here, sometimes you have to deal with Norsca that is up here, sometimes you have to deal with Skrag. By the way, I will also say, once you have reached this zone, Skrag will 100% be a parasite and attack you, so be aware from that. And your army should be good against ogres, because shooting boys, and the only thing is that grenade launchers, that's gonna maybe suck, so try not to use their ammo to lose your balance of power. Balance of power is the name. And then it's gonna be green skins and such here and there, and then Arbol. But yeah, that's your early game that you should always focus on. Up north here to deal with the goblins, Kazarak, and Festus. After that, you have to immediately go to south to deal with Heinrich and Grom. There is instances where they are being dealt with, so it's not 100% guaranteed you have to do that. Then you have to go and take down that. Pro tip, do your quest battles as much as possible. They are easily fought. The first one, just play very defensively, use Conference to kill the Lord, and use the Reiksguard to break them with morale, shooting units to deal with their important units. And then you're gonna get attacked from 2 ways, that's fine, and so on and so forth. The quest battles are easy. You're going to get free weapons though.
Sigmar's crown.
So you have the Dragon Tooth with the Reichland, Runefang, Galmaris and Beastslayer. All I'm saying, give these to someone else. Galmaris is something you 100% want on Conference himself. Give this to a hero, because you can get heroes very early. And this one you can also give to another hero. The heroes you will be able to recruit from the get-go is the Empire Captain and the Witch Hunters. And you're gonna get one by turn 2. Battle Wizard, but go for whatever you please. Witch Hunter if you want to debuff the enemies to deal more damage, and Empire Captain if you need a secondary tank. Or someone to hit the Goon's God on their big boys. Essentially. Yep, so we're going down to the next one. Now, to continue with Balthasar Gelt as our second guy. Well,
Let us begin.
the thing is with Balthasar, you're gonna fight a lot of cafe in the beginning. A very powerful one because how there is gonna be the main city up here and another city down here. So it's gonna be charge in here, kill this. You want to usually so the game recommends you essentially to go down here. Yeah, just go down here to take this, then go up and take the capital. As the game recommends you. However, you have to keep in mind College of Magic. I know how to play with them. Thank you. You need a lot of heroes because essentially what Balthasar Gelt relies on is having a lot of wizards. The more wizards you have, the more damage he would deal. Now the thing is, you start with 150. You can use 2 things. 1, get any wizard of your choice, or get you 3,500 gold. My opinion, you should always go for a let's see, is it this guys? Yes, light wizard. In my opinion, if you can get the time amok, you will deal with all your foes without any issues. Yes, it costs 20 winds of magic, but so does all of them. So, I like to go with a light wizard, not only because of the light wizard's magic is really good, it's also really good at something else. So the stunning and such is gonna be valuable, not against Cafe, but your later enemies. Because you're just gonna take this fight here, you're going to have your captain early, you're gonna recruit a bunch of just spearmen and archers. I would recommend 2 spearmen because you're going to need to protect your crossbowmen and your Hellstorm rocket battery unless you're really good. I would recommend then, if you're good with tanking with heroes and lords, then take 2 archers. Should not be that difficult. Yeah, I mean you're gonna have amazing spells from Balthasar. He also has insane stats with the upgrades here. But anyways, as you have taken your starting province, you will have 3 threats. You have the threat here with Helmengorst or Kugaf, whoever wins the fight. And maybe ogres. Ogres can be angry at you for some reason. My recommendation also when it comes to the whole cafe situation, I would say be friends with them and stay. if you want to, because like medium after your first 20 turns, which is gonna take after this whole thing, um, you get to choose to go to the Empire. It's up to you. I've never done it personally because I don't like it. I like to be here on Cafe. So take down these bastards. Then it's gonna be Nakai, which is here. It's gonna be the vampires over here, and it's gonna be the um, dark elves here as well. And maybe Snickage, you don't often have to deal with him. Often the two siblings deals with it. So what it's gonna be like is you can take over this. You are going to want to upgrade and get some artillery early because that's what you buff by quite a bit. Not only do you buff battle wizards as such,
So,
you also give more armor to things, and yeah, your tree here gives you better for helms on rocket battery, wizard stuff. So yeah, you want wizard and artillery essentially. But of course you need some front line, so don't ignore your front line. Yeah, that's what he focuses on. I would just say to rush up to Time Amok. Reason being is that it's not that great against Grand Cafe, because Grand Cafe can shoot you still. Because this just makes people not moving and speed and charge bonus. However, because of reasons, what you can do, or what I like to do, is to get the Riders of the Empire. No, sorry, that's the Pew Pew. Let's see, where are they? Knights of the Empire. Okay, they're not Riders and Knights of the Empire. Getting these here for a quick cavalry. So you can first of all get Brockna if you hate having that quest. So you will take over these, get them quite early because it's just gold, and you can transmute more gold as to time. You can do this to get it very early, like turn 1 if you want to. But my recommendation is still to go for another wizard, then maybe as soon as you can do the transmutation, get it. What's going to happen is that you're gonna have 3 of 4 riders if your Empire Knight's still alive.
Me.
And what's gonna happen is that you're gonna stun every enemy and you can do whatever you like. Your artillery is gonna shoot them, your cavalry is gonna charge them, and you have no resistance. Because Kuga, the only thing that will annoy you is it shooting a little bit of on the dark side, dark elf side. Will have some shooting, but not much, and they're very squishy, so as soon as you charge in, they're gonna cry. Then it's the Lizardman, which barely have any shooting, and it's just gonna give you a lot of time to set up, damage, and so on and so forth, if there are issues. It's not always that they're always gonna want to fight you, because you can be friends with Nakai, but if they are not, it will give you a lot of issues. Just go away with that spell. Because it will give you charge bonus and speed. That's my honest opinion. You can have your difference. So, in research, what I like to go here, instead of going with these two, I like to always go Grain Silos, because Grain Silos is good. I like to go this route, directly afterwards, so I can get buffs to my magics, and this one. So how it's probably going to be, it's going to be Grail Silos to College Archives to Cataclysmic Power. So you can get 2 of them. And this will take 20 turns, so that's when you have everything set up. Because this is going to take 5-6 turns to get this, so you're going to have Grain Silos and almost done with College Archives. You should be able to do both the Light Wizard and Transmuter if you want to. There's gonna be 1 turn to get the Knights, and then you're just gonna get the Knights, fight off the Vampires, let's say, which is gonna be 4 whole cities. You're going to immediately kill them because you're gonna have the Knights at your side. Get easily this dispatched because your spells and so on and so forth. You go down here, you deal with Nakai if he's a problem, or with Blessed Dread. At this point you should have everything upgraded as you want to. to play with any enemy that is gonna be annoying to you. Snicket should be gone at this point. I never see him moving away, but yet again, it was a while ago since I played this campaign. Halman, Gorst, and Kugaf will try to fight you, no matter what. They will fight each other, then they're gonna fight Greases, then they're gonna look eastwards here. So be aware from that. That's all I can say. And yeah, with that you should have a early good start dispatching your enemies and know which route you should go with. So yeah, go to our next one. And then we go to Marcus Wolfhart.
Huntsman of the Empire.
He's gonna be a very difficult campaign because he is gonna cause a lot of trouble for you. If you do not like difficult campaigns, run away. Unless you play on very easy difficulties, then, I mean, if you're new, don't play as this guy, is what I'm trying to say. Try to go for, in my opinion, the easiest one is Elspeth or, I would also say Balthazar. This one is gonna be a little difficult. Why? Well, let's go to the disadvantages, and then let's go to your mechanic, and then what I think you should do. Disadvantage is this whole mechanic, the hostility border thing. So it has a positive, but we're gonna get to all the negative first. It's gonna first of all give you a lot of negative controls, give the enemy more strength and leadership. And this is not just a few certain enemies, it's all enemies you're gonna fight. This is gonna happen throughout the whole campaign. You're just gonna get super buffed and so on and so forth. And then, when this is reached, you're gonna get, care package. 100% done immediately. That's the only good thing with this, is that it will reset instantly. But you will get the positive traits, which for you is needed. You will in due time get more Imperial support and get stronger and stronger units. Do not expect allies from the north, the south. Only ally you will get here is potentially Bordeloo. You will need to kill the Skaven forces here. Then you have two choices. You help out against Tlaxila, giving it to Bordeloo, so you get a friend. Or you go down here to fight the Dark Elves, because they're gonna hate you. And Cafe is the only potential ally up north. He will do decently well, however, Mazdamundi can go and beat him down. Letting you know. So,
Marcus
what to do?
Wolfhart.
You have a decent good army, like a very big army. You don't have any like super strong units except like the war wagons are really strong. They have insane missile strength. Don't be fooled by it. That missile strength is mainly to shoot big targets, and it has many shots. That is the positive, but it's not supposed to shoot like... It's not going to do well against shooting against Skaven units. It's going to be good at like shooting Rat Ogres, Cav, and so on and so forth, but it's very slow. 60 speed for a Sherry unit is super slow. It's not going to do the best here. So shoot Saurus Warriors or Kroxigors with them when it comes to it, because you're going to fight a lot of this one. Negative is also, be aware, I don't know if they fixed this out. I did play one campaign very recently, but I don't remember if they fixed out and random armies would just spawn. Anyways, thing is, you will defeat this, go to Spectsuma, you will have this province, and then you will immediately get like a big support, which means you're gonna choose some options. One of them is like more infantry stuff, which is gonna be like, oh, great swords, halberds, and such. You know, good choice, not the best. One with cavalry, I believe it's gonna be two three Empire Knights and 2 grenade launchers. This is the strongest, by the way, in my opinion, depending on your situation. Third, you are gonna get like so war wagons and pistoliers or something like that. Decent, not the best, or pistoliers and handgunners, decent. I would say it is second best. And third, you're gonna get mortars and cannons. Now I think the worst one is just the infantry, because the infantry cannot compete with anything else here. Uh, the halberds and greatsword. The greatsword is the only thing that can like compete versus Saurus and such you're gonna fight later, but whatever. Um, so yeah, you just gotta go for the cavalry, in my opinion. The cavalry is gonna do you great support by killing things and hammering the enemy, and the grenade launchers is grenade launchers. They're gonna do great against mostly anything except like big units, whatever. You're also gonna have the Wolfards Hunters. These are pretty easy to get. Like, this is very easy. Just get 20 hostility. You're gonna get it anyway. Move to a certain place and be at war with the Empire Coast Mutineers. Thing is, you cannot go to war with them, but Lufo Harkon is going to kill them for you, and you're gonna get him early anyways when you get your Spect Signal. So what's going to happen is that you're gonna get a hero. Now your first instinct may be, oh, I will put him into my army, and that's it. What you should really do is pick up your hero, move down to Slanopek, get your paladin, and then move to Spino Sotek. The only negative things we're gonna get here soon is that you're gonna get a lot of enemies this way. The Skaven, the Lyssamen is gonna hate you and want to declare war. That is fine, because then you're gonna get all 4 characters and continue with their quest line without any problems. I don't know if they have fixed it yet, even though I recently played a small campaign with them. What can happen is that if you do not get your things early on, you can be hard stacked and not getting the full rewards for doing these quests. So you're gonna get a Paladin of Bretonnia, you're gonna get a Headhunter of Widows, a Dwarf Engineer, and a what are they called? Witch Hunter, yeah. In your team as well. So you're gonna get a lot of good heroes, debuffing, buffing artillery and such. The only thing you should also be very aware of, you cannot get late game units. So rushing to these military support buildings is not the way to go. Your way to go is just honestly to go with the military recruitment and maybe defenses and infrastructure early on compared to the other races or the other faction leaders. Yeah, you just want to do that, and later on you will unlock more troops, so that's fine. So you will get them in the later stages, but it is very later stages. But yeah, he's fun, he's challenging. Be aware that you will have a lot of enemies around you. You're not gonna be particularly liked, and yeah, you need to be very aware to what you're doing. You need to take this early settlement. Then, depending on the situation, do you want to try to get more allies with Bordaloo by killing this off and selling it to him? Do you want to try to eliminate a Dark Elf faction so they don't backstab you because Dark Elves? Or do you want to support up north to take care of Mazdamundi and help him here, Jade Court? Because how it's going to be is that this whole area here is gonna be Bordaloo is what you want. You want the north to be secured by the Jade Court, and you want to take down from this area. However, because of new DLC, new threat, you are going to have a threat down here now at these mountains here, and that is going to be Skulltaker. Skulltaker's not too bad to handle with your army, unless you leave him alone for too long and he gets too many buffs. But honestly, if you went with the knight routes, you should be able to deal with him. The only thing that is scary is like Furies or fast units, the Blood Beasts that he has. You should be dealing with it pretty simple though, if you have good ammo and good mobility. So yeah, that's that. We're going to next one, because I don't think there's much else to talk about here. Then we go to Volkmar the Grim, the mere mortal man. One thing should be two things to be aware about, and one thing that is a huge positive of this faction, and one that is a bit of a player trap. So, first of all, where you should start. Your faction will buff out of all the flagellants, all the warrior priests, your free company militia, and yeah, basically everything holy.
Sigma, grant me strength.
Also, let's see here. The mere mortal man upgrades these guys. Yeah, really understandable. Empire Knights also. Warrior priests. Yeah. So you want warrior priest, empire knights, and flagellants. However, you're not wrong to go with any shooter units, because it's going to be very useful in the early game. Beside the free company. So what you should do, army-wise, first is have flagellants and free company militia and empire knights. And artillery too is acceptable, especially because you need to have some siege attackers, so that it's acceptable. You start with a witch hunter. Yes. Honestly, in this case, I don't want them to actually join the army. I tend to use, and whenever I get witch hunter, I always use them as an agent. And there's a good reason when you want to use them as an agent first, and hopefully get a little lucky. So Volkmar is gonna have this easy fight here with the Tomb Kings. And now, the first thing you should be aware of. Manfred is here. To be fair, your units are really good at dealing with vampires. Flagellants are pretty good at killing vampires with their... how much bonus? Yes, 8. So they're gonna have 40 melee attack against any infantry and 20 melee defense. That is good, and they're always gonna have an additional 10 melee attack, so they're gonna have always 50 melee attack against all vampire units. Unless, you know, degrading with other things, and they're gonna have more physical resistance, melee defense. So yeah, when they're in melee, they're gonna have 25 physical resistance. It's gonna hit whenever they fight and recharges if they are losing melee combat. So they're really good at dealing with vampires. Because they're also unbreakable and will not leave. They will die. What? That is the one thing you have to expect. Usually units will run away, and you will need to... you don't need to care that much, because, you know, they're gonna live. You don't have to care about it at the end of the battle. Flagellants, however, are going to die almost every single battle, unless they're super buffed, which is fine. Your technology tree is just, I wanna murder. It's basically very similar to the Bretonnian thing. And then diplomatic to all the other good / medium factions, like the ogres are the medium faction. Here, I'm just gonna be honest, you want the grain silos. You just want to buff up a trade and infantry. Infantry does also affect the free company militia, so do so. Because after this, there's gonna be one player trap. The Book of Nagash. Now, you might say these are really good, and I would agree. I think these buffs are really strong for you, but this is 100% a late game thing you care about, never early game. This is such a player trap, because sometimes you be like, oh, this is very close. in reality, that is a full army of trees and goddamn dinos. You're not gonna deal with that anytime soon. Why? Because fuck you, I guess. They want you to really deal with, like, they want you to deal with Oracles of Zinj and Drakenhof Conclave. They really want you to go south. I said you will have two major enemies in the beginning. It's gonna be him, Manfred, and Warzag, because he's down here now. And he's just gonna go up and destroy Telakwa. I never see Telakwa win. And after that, they expect you to go all the way south here, meet Teclis, be friends with him, and then go and beat him down here. I guess what they want you to do is to move through here, move here to destroy Manfred, go through this area, deal with the undead up here with the Tomb Kings and Skarbrand here, because Skarbrand is going to be an inevitable. Yeah, they want you to go south for no reason, essentially. It's a player trap as well. You should just focus on your Empire until you feel ready to go down there, because he is, because 80% of the time, Oracle of Zinj, Kairos will be up here by turn like 40, 50, and then it's your time to strike. He's gonna be strong, always. However, you cannot deal with him that early. You have to focus on yourself. However, as soon as you got your things, as soon as you got the mere mortal men, you will be the happiest man alive. You just get shit tons of free combat militias. They're gonna have blessed bullets, which is armor piercing for all of them. So yeah, these are gonna have magic armor piercing, which I don't need to tell you how good that it's gonna be, or their missile attack. They're already decent in melee, and you can upgrade them shit tons in melee. That's why I think, in my opinion, when you have to go with him, you upgrade all the melee stats. Because, yeah, they don't get benefit from improved heavy weapons, but you get this, so more armor and missile resist. Yes, you want these two. Then you go for missile stuff to upgrade them even further, because why the hell not? Cav you don't care that much about. I think they're good as they are. But yeah, you want to upgrade Free Company as much as possible, which is not that hard. Finlay, however,
The Empire,
starting hero. Why I said you want him as an agent is because Manfred has White King, and White Kings are exactly what you don't want against a vampire. It's a tanky single entity that can be easily beaten down by Volkmar, but Volkmar's job is gonna be killing Manfred. So you just use him to try to assassinate it. It is immortal, but it is really good to just remove it whenever you're gonna fight the army. So my recommendation is do this, block army, to get the 50-50. Hopefully you get it. You spend
no man.
immediately on assassination and specialist, if you can. You go and do damage on this next turn, or you move up to Bagar next turn and do the same thing on the vampires, trying to upgrade more and more, and yes, then you go fight.
The righteous
I don't know.
hammer of Sigma.
Let me just check one thing.
Chosen of Sigma.
So we just out-resolve the other battle. I want to see how.
My knowledge is yours.
Because I haven't played this guy also in ages. I had a co-op campaign where a friend played as well.
Blessings of Sigma.
So you're going to need to get a lot of flagellants early. The thing is, it will take him 2 turns to attack this. So my recommendation, I would do, where's that? This.
Volkmar the Grim.
This. Then you will start off with a very strong army when you're gonna fight him later. Because it's the only thing that you are scared of afterwards is the vampires, or the Black Knights. Yes, the Black Knights and the Wargeist is the only scary thing remaining, which you do have Gunners to deal with, and the Empire Knights to deal with, and even Volkmar can deal with, and Halberds. to do have really good. The thing is that you're gonna have stuck on your range very early this fight, but as soon as you got the first, it's just like a province, you can just switch up to get the missile units of your
Praise Sigma.
what are they called? Free company militias? Yeah. So you have your ways, and I think that's literally it with him. You don't have much to do. Just don't go for Book of Nagash's very early on. They don't do much. They just unlock your electric counts. Oh no. Anyway.
Ready.
And if you don't know, it's these special units. And this is a pain because I want you to be across the world. It's weird. And they also give you upkeep and such. I said it's not worth it. It is worth it by the end game, but early game it takes such a long time. So, oh yeah, they also give you all the electric counts weapon, I believe. Yeah, they do. But yeah, late game, focus on this. Don't care about early game. Yeah, that's it with him. Let's go to the last one, my friends. This one is gonna be very simple. This one won't be long because it's very similar to one of the other campaigns I already talked about, and it is Elspeth. You have
Elspeth von Draken.
one very early enemy, and after that you will steamroll. It's honestly the easiest campaigns in my opinion with the whole empires. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. You have so much overpowered stuff. You start with the engineer that will get a very powerful artifact early on. Yeah, you will get this, more ammo, missile resistance, and fire resistance. Not like they're both of them gonna do much early, but hey, more ammo is more ammo, and he's really good at dealing with. He will do really good at dealing just damage on one target, but he's also 6 shots, so he can just deal damage to a lot of things. He will join here.
Shaiish blows me thither. Weaving
Whatever.
weapon and
You already
magic
have
is the
enough
surest
pistoliers
path
and
to
such.
victory.
You are going to go for a free company militia early. Would you want to? Honestly, why should you not go with Gunsmith immediately? You already get your things, because your starting thing is to upgrade. It's basically the clan scryer, where everything is too easy once you get these upgrades. So you can just start getting the mortars upgrade, like almost up ahead, give them more explosion radius, and you can already get these early on. Or, you know, you can wait and go with the, because you can go with this gunnery infantry stuff as well for the free company to give them more missile strength and then ammo, reload time, and explode ammunition, which is also really good. My favorite strategy though is to go with these guys and just go with just let them run and shoot the sides on the enemies. It's really fun, but it's gonna be difficult to do. So yeah, you just go here, Gunsmith. You take this down. Vampires is not an issue for you. The only issue here is Vlad, because Vlad. But yeah, you will take this down. You will get level, when you get to Pyffeldorf, you will get level like 7.
Lady of Shaiish.
When you have taken down everything. Then you have to take out Steingart with the goblins here. After that, you can go up here in the mountains. It is kind of worth it.
Well,
but yeah,
I
just
call upon
recruit
your
free company
might.
over and over again. This is like the easiest campaign. I don't know what to tell you.
Rider of the
only
dragon,
challenge is Vlad. And maybe the pest Scrag. I swear, Scrag is a pest to any campaign I play up here. But yeah, and what do you want to go here? Honestly, do you want to go with this? Or this? I don't like the Guardians of Moor that much. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they're that good. Which you're gonna get later. I think it's just worth to go this and this right away. Fuck Grail silos or anything. at this point. To
We
start
need
those two.
all these
Then you have
if
the
we are
enemies
to
of Satan
stand
with
against
dramatic
the
corpse
old
as well.
foe.
I'll have your soul.
To do stuff if you want to. And you get these recruit stuff. However,
Like me, and
if you want
carmine
to,
dragons are
what
reaped
I
in
did
the
as well,
winds of
just go for Knights of the
Shaiish.
Empire again. Because I believe it's the Knights of the Everlasting. No, Knights of More. Knights of More will just demolish through the goblins, because the goblins can be pretty strong here. I've seen them multiple times, like rampaging through here a little bit. So getting the Fear Cavalry is really good. And then the only thing is they have Vlad, but you can once again just quickly get good artillery. Like war wagons will do amazing against him. You will get another engineer if you need to. Great cannons early, because you will be able to upgrade Nuln early. Hell, you will even get handgunners and outriders to help out with the damage early. The only thing, as said, what's scary with Vlad is his fast units and Vlad himself. If you can kill everything
The
but
tools
Vlad,
of
you win.
industry create
Only
the tools.
scary dude also is Durfu. Honestly, just get this rune that is here, gift it to him, he will become your friend, and you just leave. Just build a military building, give it to him, he might even become your vassal, you leave,
My
and if he's your
family has
vassal,
lived
he
in
will
the
actually
past.
help you to attack you here. It's just that simple. After Vlad, what's your next enemy? I mean, you have three choices. You have to either go down to Scrag, uh, maybe if they could expand it this way, uh, maybe Anzag. What does it say here on the VictorCon? Fecondites, yeah, but you won't be go up there and fighting them anytime soon. Like, that's what I mean, and just uniting the whole empire, which is pretty simple to do. So yeah,
The mysteries of
she
the
is very easy,
arcane await
because
them.
when you
I
level
will
her up,
unlock their power.
you just take Route Marcher, Inspiring Presence, and then upgrade everything to Pistol Core early on. Then you just get your magic stuff you need, which is gonna be Spirit Leech, Life Leeching, because it's vampires, you would just want to take Soul Blight to reduce the damage and armor. As your free comp to Militia just gets free damage. Go to Evasion, Fate of Juna, or even Purple Son of Xerxes. As soon as you reach level 12, you get this. Blessed by Shaiish. Oh, also, removing their battle healing cap is insane. That's crazy. Less cast. Out of all of these stuff, in my opinion, you should take this. Because then you get more physical resistance warfare and negates magical weapons on enemies, and you also get this. Make her tanky, and this as well, so you give her regen. So these two are the most ones you want. Then this one is also really good. And at some point you will get these items as well. Which is, hey, you can give regeneration to one of your heroes. Oh, look at that, now your hero is tanky. Or hey, look at that, you give them frost on their range attack, and so on and so forth. That's really good. Doomfire Ring. Oh, look at that, you get a free Burning Head. Really good at killing with vampires. And you get a Carmine Dragon at 16. You won't get it when you're fighting the vampires. To be fair, the strongest dragon breath in the game is her dragon. But you will easily just demolish your way up here. That is just 100% a fact. The only, as I said, Vlad will be a problem. They have like 1 or 2 armies if you play on higher difficulties. 1 army, easy to demolish if you know how to deal with Vlad. How to deal with Vlad is just ignoring Vlad, kill everything else. If Vlad is in combat, you just have Vlad distractable 1 unit and let it be like a swordsman or whatever. Ignore it, go shoot something else, kill everything else. And if you can, run away with that unit if he's stuck in melee with it, because that it will just take a longer time for him to kill him. And you use your hero to either snipe Vlad or shoot down the cab, and so on and so forth. pretty simple. It all depends on the situation, right? But yeah, that is Elspeth's campaign. You just upgrade whatever you want to feel like.
Like me,
Get
and
very much
Carmine
really
dragons
strong
are
artillery
reefed in the
early.
winds of Shaiish.
Let the enemy cry. You do a little victory dance. They rage quits. That's it. I think she's one of the easiest campaigns right now, and it shows some ways, and but it also shows by, you know, she's very popular by the fan. It's either her or Karl Franz being played. I prefer Karl Franz because it's more of a challenge, but usually he never goes down burning, so you can keep him up here because he's starting the whole province, because he didn't do that for a long time and he just lost to the secessionists, so yeah.
Men look
I hope you all
askance
learned
at
something
my
from today.
size. A
I hope
shadow
you
of their
all
deaths to
have a
come.
wonderful day and you get a good, well, day, and learned how to be good with the Empire. Well, not how to be good with them, but tips at least. And next off is gonna be the Vampire Counts. I'll see you later. Bye bye.